morning. As you can see, I'm not in the Dream Angel world right now. Bit of a story for the day. Unfortunately, I was building away merrily, recording happily. Around halfway through the video, the computer decided to have what it called an incurable error and reboot. Now, if you look carefully at the Dream Angel world itself, which is the top one on the list, it is 3 gigs. And when I went back into it after the computer rebooted and everything was all good, it did not want to load things properly. Stuff was not spawning in correctly, and I'm not sure how good the world is right now. Obviously, as you can see, it's an experimental world, so yeah, crashing is a thing. Which leads me to believe that that world may or may not be reliable from now on, unfortunately. Which also led me to realize that I may have to start from scratch building this world. So, I've gone into World Painter, I've tinkered with my map a little bit. I'm looking at this as an opportunity to correct some of the problems that I had. As I've noted in previous videos, the early parts of the city were very flat and very grid-like. Not necessarily good for a city. Okay, it worked well enough, but at the same time, well, I could have done better. And I think I might have finally done better. Going into World Painter, adjusting the terrain some, I have smoothed out some of the extremely harsh terrain that I had going on and added some extra variation in the terrain to the city area itself. So, if I were to restart from scratch, I would be dealing with height differences rather than flat terrain, which is what you were seeing in the former world. And this time, I would not be doing experimental features. That turns out to be a big problem. Unfortunately, experimental features, as the game notes, are unstable. And if the world should become messed up, well, that's the end of that. So, no experimental features this time. I'm going to export my World Painter world and try again after converting it, because it exports as a Java version, and this is clearly Bedrock. And as I've noted also before, I prefer Bedrock. For varying reasons, of course. And I'm going to say this is a very short clip to segue into the new world. We're going to go with that. Alright, ready for the new world? We will be revealing it at the beginning of the next video.